And next, independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. won't be on stage next week in the first presidential debate of the election season. We'll look at why and what's the impact with our NTD contributor, Mike Leon. Mike's also the Director of Policy and Strategy at the Free and Equal Elections Foundation. And he joins us now. Mike, good to see you. RFK Jr. has failed to meet the requirements, as we just heard, for the CNN presidential debate next week. Could you tell us more about those requirements and which ones Kennedy failed to meet?
Yeah, good to see you, Steph. Long time no see, right? We're
Right.
getting more and more frequent here as we get ready for this big debate that RFK didn't qualify for. And so CNN had a couple of thresholds that he had to meet, 15% in four national polls. He had to be on the path to at least get to 270 electoral votes. Right now, he only has ballot access in about 5 to 6 states. Amongst them, obviously, California, Michigan, Utah, but he's still trying to get, and they've qualified to get signatures on some of these other states, Florida, New York, et cetera, that will eventually get him to that number. So I would fully expect him to be able to qualify for the September debate, potentially, that's going to happen on ABC News. But for this CNN debate, he had until June 20th to make up, the difference in terms of getting ballot access to these different states. And he wasn't able to satisfy that. And that's why he won't be on the debate stage next Thursday.
And what do you think could be the impact of that? He's obviously not very happy about it.
Yeah, he's not very happy about it. And I want to send him a message because at the Free and Equal Elections Foundation, obviously, we've been in contact with RFK's camp. We have a debate happening July 12th at FreedomFest that he's been invited to. Cornel West, Jill Stein, the Libertarian Party candidate, Chase Oliver, other candidates, including former President Trump and current President Biden. And I would urge him highly to attend that debate because what's happening right now is lack of access and exposure. And I think RFK right now needs to, if he wants to truly make a dent and become president of the United States, he needs to get out there in front of voters. He needs to be seen on a stage. He needs to be broadcast, countrywide here. And we're giving him that opportunity come Friday, July 12th at Freedom Fest. He won't get it at the CNN debate. And, Steph, numbers show us 2016, 84 million people watched that first debate between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. 73 million watched the 2020 first debate. Those are big numbers. So he wants big numbers. He wants people to hear more about his message. He needs to attend our debate on Friday, July 12th.
All right, listen up, RFK Jr. Hope to see him there. So he did say in a statement, I'll just read it out. Americans want an independent leader who will break apart the two-party duopoly. They want a president who will heal the divide, restore the middle class, unwind the war machine, and end the chronic disease epidemic. How do you see him faring on all these points and on his appeal to voters as we draw closer to November?
That's a really great question, Steph. I'll be honest, because, a lot of those things that he mentioned there, Americans are getting more and more frustrated with. And I've talked a lot about this, not only on our show, but on other hits here on NTD, that more and more people are registering as independent. More and more people are uttering the phrase politically homeless, right? We're seeing in states like in Arizona, New Hampshire, there's an undeclared or independent number that is higher than registered Democrats and Republicans. And so RFK being on the ballot, right? We can talk about that and he should be on it. But he's got to get the necessary measures to be able to do that, to qualify for these debates. But in terms of what millions of Americans are feeling, you look at the polling numbers from RFK, Cornel West, and Jill Stein, in combination, they total 20 to 21%. That's 32, 33 million people in America that feel displaced in this two-party system, and they don't have a voice right now that's up on the debate stage for them. So I think his platform and message, again, get the access, the ballot access, qualify for the debate in September, and then see what happens come the fall, because we're going to find out after this first debate what we think of these two candidates right now from their platform and messaging, and it'll give him time, to get all of this necessary to be qualified for the September debate.
And he's pushing back, saying that he believes that the fact that he can't join this debate and the requirements that are put on it are illegal, or the decision to exclude him is illegal. What do you make of that, just from your standpoint?
Yeah, another good question. I would tell you that I'm not a lawyer, spoken with lawyers about this. I know he filed a challenge with the FEC about that the violation is illegal to exclude him from this. Again, this is an independent television network that is doing this in cooperation with the two candidates from the Democrat and Republican side. This is outside of the conventional norms of what the Committee on Presidential Debates would be holding. So I don't know how much legal merit it has. We'll find out where that nets in the courts. I don't even know if I technically agree with what he's saying just because of what I just mentioned. It's a television network that kind of circumvented the conventional process. But be that as it may, if he meets the thresholds that ABC News is putting forth for the September debate, I fully expect him to be on that stage.
Yeah, and we do hope to see him. More debate is better, just to let the viewers see what's going on and make their choice. What do you think is next for his campaign, this ABC debate aside?
Yeah, so I know recently, and I just saw that he did a town hall via Zoom, with some voters, and people could register to watch that. I know he's going to be going on the campaign trail, making some more stops. And like I said, I think Friday, July 12th at FreedomFest, and debate that we're holding, that other candidates have already agreed to join, he should participate in that, because I think the biggest thing right now is, and what we're all looking for next Thursday, Steph, or we should be, is candidates debating the issues. We need to find out how to exit strategy in the war in the Middle East, how to get hostages back safely, the war that's happening in Gaza, the millions of money that the U.S. government is spending in that war, as well in Russia and Ukraine, right? We need to understand the economic issues. We need to understand the crisis at the border and what is the immigration policies of candidates. RFK may have that, but he hasn't said it to a broader audience. He's saying it in little sound bites here and there. So he needs to be able to, if he truly wants to make a run at this, Steph, he needs to get the maximum exposure and most eyeballs. And so I would encourage him to participate in that debate on Friday, July 12th.
Right. And our viewers can also watch out for that. July 12th at the FreedomFest is where it's happening, but that is held by the Free and Fair Elections Foundation. Thank you so much, Mike Leon.
Thanks, Steph.